Hey there, beautiful souls. If you are new here, hello and welcome to Universal Wisdom Tarot. And if you are returning, thank you for your support of the channel. Not every message will resonate for you, and that's okay. Take what feels true for you and just leave the rest behind for someone else who needs to hear it. Before we dive into your tarot messages for November, let's take a quick look at some key astrological aspects for the month. Well, here we go again with another Mercury retrograde. This takes place from the 9th to the 29th of the month. Now, while this might feel like a step back, take it as an invitation to revisit unresolved themes with fresh eyes. Your mind goes even further into the past as you seek to figure out how to unplug from past storylines so you can truly move into the future that resonates with who you are becoming. Within this process, expect surprises, revelations, and eye-opening realizations, particularly if you are a Taurus, Scorpio, Sagittarius, or Aquarius. On November 5th, we have a full moon in Taurus. This lunar phase highlights your relationship with your body by encouraging some gentle movement and playful exercise, especially if you've been feeling nervous, sleepless, or stuck in your head. Practices like yoga or grounding rituals that reconnect you to your body's wisdom are a great way to harness the energies at play. Jupiter goes retrograde in Cancer on November 11th, which means the lucky planet enters its dormant season, putting a momentary halt on your ability to expand, especially if you are a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. The good news is that you get to review your growth strategies as a way to perfect your craft. November 20th's new moon in Scorpio invites you to go within to find the answers to tricky questions. If you're able to calm your mind, then some colorful, smart insights are in store for you. Gemini, Taurus, Scorpio, and Sagittarius, this one's for you. And finally, on November 21st, when the sun enters Sagittarius, go ahead and embrace the season of exploration, learning, and celebration. Now that we have that taken care of, just a quick reminder to take a second to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It's completely free for you, and it makes a big difference in supporting the channel. And if you're enjoying these videos and want to see more, then give it a like so the YouTube algorithm knows to keep showing you content like this. Stick around, my friends. I'll meet you on the other side to dive into your tarot messages. All right, beautiful souls. This is your reading for November. And it is for anyone who has a sun, moon, or rising, a sign of Pisces. And we're going to dive right in, Pisces, to find out what's going down for you this month. So I will begin by giving thanks to the angels, spirits, guides, and the universe for the messages they provide and for assisting me in interpreting those messages for the highest vibrational good of my Pisces seekers. All right, Pisces. Let's see what the universe wants to tell you. Can I have 4 cards, please, for Pisces? Whoa. First card's already out. For the month of November, it is the 4 of Swords, Okay, you have the World. The Lovers. You have the Two of Pentacles, but it's in the reverse. So that's kind of interesting. The bottom of the deck, you have the King of Swords. All right. So Pisces, let's begin with that King of Swords. Let's begin with the overarching energy. What is the theme of your month? The theme of your month for me is very much, you know, that you're making some intelligent and wise decisions, okay? You're making some intelligent decisions for the future. You're making some wise decisions for the future. You know, the King of Swords always is an energy of always making sure that they have all the facts, that all the facts are present, that a decision can only be made if all the facts are clear and that some, you know, discernment is being used here, okay? So, you know, it's a card of intelligence, it's a card of logic, it's a card of really clear thinking, okay? This is what you're doing in this month. It's mostly clear thinking, okay? So if you thought that November was going to be a month of all this busy action, because maybe November is always busy for you, I'm going to say not. Sorry, Pisces, because you have this Two of Pentacles in reverse, and you have that Four of Swords, which are more cards of saying, you're not that busy, you're stepping away, you're stepping inward a little bit here, which means you have more time to just be chilling, okay? But nonetheless, it is an interesting and unique time for you, because I'm going to go back to this King of Swords. You know, even if it's not a dynamic month, even if not an action-packed month, and you expected it to be, then there's still benefit to be had in this month, because you're going to get some insight. Whatever this King of Swords reveals, whatever clarity you get with this King of Swords, whatever, you know, whatever truth is uncovered for you, that is going to be extremely beneficial, okay? I do feel that for some of you, this clear thinking is going to shield you from making some decisions, something that might result in something critical, I don't want to say mistakes, but you know, something where you might stumble, or some blunders that might occur. I just feel like you get the clarity that you need, and you won't have to make any you know, errors or whatever. So this could be very advantageous to you. Okay, now, you know, take it how it resonates, because this is a reading for the collective. But I will definitely going to say that, you know, this clarity is going to guide you. It's going to guide your endeavors in a very unexpected and positive direction. All right. Now, that all starts with this Four of Swords, which, you know, is a card of retreating. It's a card of saying, I need to go into my own little nest here, and I need to rest. I need to think about this a little bit. I need to reflect on what's going on here. I need to figure out what steps do I take next. And you need some alone time in which to do that. Because that's what that Four of Swords is all about, right? It is sometimes a card of rehabilitation or, you know, getting healthy mentally, but it's also a card of meditating. So sometimes when we meditate, we have the ability to get a much clearer mind, okay? So let's find out what you're meditating on here with this Four of Swords. Let's take a look at that. What are you healing from? What are you meditating on? What is going on for Pisces with whatever this clarity of mind is that you're getting? Yeah, you got another card of that, which is the Hermit. Okay, you're definitely doing some inward looking, right? Hermit is the card of saying, I'm not going to be listening to anybody else. I don't think anybody else has the answers for me. I think I have to be listening to myself, right? The Hermit is saying, let me follow my own guiding light. That's why he's carrying his own little lantern there, okay? So you are looking to your inner sage, your inner mentor, your inner guide, whatever you want to call it, and you're saying, please show me something so that I may see it with all my heart. Show me the light. Show me the brightest light so that I can see it quite clearly in my heart. So not only will you have it in your heart, you'll be able to see it in your head because of that King of Swords. You are definitely going inward. You're doing some reflection, some meditation. You're contemplating something here, which will be for your benefit in the long term. Okay? Now, let's continue to clarify. This is getting interesting. Okay, this has to do with maybe facing something, facing up to some kind of fear, facing up to some kind of, I don't know, something that you know you have to deal with. Just going to put it that way. And you're just saying, okay, it's time to confront it. Now, with this, because it is also the Ten of Swords here, but more swords, sometimes swords is also about communication. So I'm getting a very strong message here, and I have to give it, which is, if you feel tempted to speak your mind to someone, and speak your mind bluntly to someone, and this, you know, might be somebody you care about, even if it's not somebody you care about, it is still wise to probably avoid that temptation, to avoid that impulsive decision right now. And, you know, because it could result in something hasty, right? Remember saying that this is probably a time that it's going to stop you from making some blunders or some errors or some mistakes, right? I think this is really saying, don't be impulsive here. Okay, so let's just go towards your inner guidance. Just take a step back. You want to say something to somebody, bite your lip, hold it for another day, and then you'll probably be much happier that you did. Okay, yeah, listen to your intuition. There's another card of listening inward. 1, 2, 3. Okay, very clear message, Pisces. Do not zip the lip, keep it quiet, bite your lip, whatever you have to do, just keep it inward. You're going to get some clarity on something when you need it. That clarity is going to allow you to see the big picture. That's why you have the world there. And that's going to be able to, let you see the situation from a lot bigger perspective and a better perspective. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's get into this world, because the world card is a very interesting card, right? So as I said, the world card is seeing something from the big picture, right? It's seeing something from the universe perspective, right? The world is big and it's, bright and it's beautiful. It's also the last card of the major arcana, which means it's a sign of completion or accomplishment. Okay, so it's accepting that something has come full circle. Perhaps there's a phase of your life that's come full circle. You accept the gifts of completion, and then it's time to sort of ascend to what I would call a new level of awareness. Okay, and that's what you're getting with this Knight of Swords. King of Swords, is that you're getting this clarity of mind. You're getting this level of awareness and wholeness that perhaps you didn't have before. Okay, maybe you're starting to see things in a very different light, right? You're seeing the world from a different view. Okay, and this completion is allowing you to see that. All right, so let's continue to clarify. See what that card is that just flew. 10 of Cups. Yeah, you're going to be much happier for it. You will see things in a far better way. I feel like we're getting into some messages here about your relationships, how this is going to better your relationships, how it's going to make you feel so much better in your relationships, particularly if you're in a committed relationship, because Lover's card is about a committed relationship. 10 of Cups is ultimate happiness. So, you know, there's something definitely there. We'll get into that when we get into the Lover's card. But I'm also feeling like, yeah, it's very much a time of, you know, you'll be so much happier that you've gained this knowledge, that you're looking at things from a different perspective, that you're seeing the world with different eyes, and it's a much more mature energy. There is the Empress card that says, with this new knowledge, with this new light, with this new whatever this introspection is giving, whatever this clarity and discernment is that you're getting, it really is a time of growth. It may be just subtle growth, okay? And that can be in a professional setting, it can be in a personal relationship, but really it's a month to kind of look beyond the surface of things and seek the understanding within yourself and others. Okay, this is the messages I'm getting. So it's saying embrace that, right? That is what the Empress does. She embraces everything. She brings new life. She brings new energy. She births the world. She births new things into the world. Okay, and this, you know, creates evolution within the world, right? So you too can embrace the opportunity to evolve. Okay. And that's what they're trying to tell you here with the world, that you know, that's why it's clarifying in the world here. All right, one more clarifier there for the world card. Yeah, there is the Seven of Pentacles. Realizing that things take time. Things take progress. Things, like as I said, a subtle growth. Doesn't mean everything's already you picked a tree and beautiful. It's subtle, it's slow, and things will there's a process for certain things. There's a process for knowledge. There's a process and a time and a place for learning. And like I said, if you have to hold it back, do so, because you're going to be the wiser for it at the end of the day. Okay, let's get into this Lover's card, because I was feeling very strongly it's a good time for love in this month. Now, if you're not in a relationship and you're looking for love, I'd say go for it. If you, more importantly, are in a committed relationship, then I would say November is going to offer you a golden opportunity to, I don't know, make up for some lost time. That's the message that I'm getting. Okay, so let's see what they want to clarify the Lovers with. Yeah, Judgment. It's a fresh time to revive this relationship, okay? It is an opportunity to rekindle that romance, or even better, to deepen that romantic bond this month, okay? I do feel for somebody that is going to be very, very rewarding. I feel like a stronger bond is required. You're going to bring a lot of balance with that King of Cups to the heart and the head, right? Because we need both when we're in a relationship. And there is that new spark of passion with that Ace of Wands. Okay, so as I said, I feel this really is a month where it's going to be rewarding. You're expressing gratitude for your relationships. You're expressing gratitude to your partner. Okay, your partner in turn may be expressing that to you as well. Okay, but this gratitude can strengthen the ties and lead to a much more, I don't know, fulfilling interaction with each other. Okay, I'm feeling that very strongly. Now, I'm also feeling a little bit with this Lovers card. I'm feeling like there's, you know, reciprocity more than ever becomes a cornerstone of your relationship. Okay, so has to be mutual exchange. If there has not been mutual exchange to this point, I would say to you, this is the time to say it. So maybe that's what you want to blurt out bluntly. If you want to do it and express it in a nice way through love. And but mutual exchange is going to take precedence this month, so that's a good thing. And through the give and take, I think that the bonds are going to get stronger, and it's going to allow the relationship to flourish. Now, if you're not in a relationship, you don't want one, then I would just say this is in regard to your family, your children, your family at large, and you know, spending more time with your siblings or whoever that perhaps you haven't in the past. Okay, now the Two of Pentacles, interesting. It is reversed. I would say, oh, you were really busy. You're juggling things and your plates are spinning, but not, because it's in the reverse. And that's where I was saying this is a month of you really kind of just stepping back a little bit and looking at things. And as I said, you know, doing a lot of inner reflection and realizing that, you know, with a little patience and a lot of understanding can change our perspective on something. Okay. This month, you know, even though it's not a dynamic, crazy month for you, I would just say it can be more rewarding than you probably anticipated. That's a good thing. As I said, there's a slight transformation going on here for you in this regard. It's not what you thought was going to be this month. It is actually much more enjoyable because you weren't expecting it to turn out the way that it did. But it's going to be good for your relationships, okay? Even if that's your business relationships, okay? You know, sometimes relationships don't all have to be romantic, right? It can be, you know, just a partnership. Okay, but it's going to put you back in, you know, a position where you're feeling ready to rock and roll for the next month in December with this Seven of Wands, putting you back at the top of your game because you've done all this reflection. You've come to the end of a cycle with that World card, and you're ready to take on that new month in December. All right, let's get you now a message from the fairies. Let's see what they would like to add as a message to this reading. Anything you would like to add, fairies, for Pisces for the month of November? Okay, took a while, but the card is out. Inner child. That's interesting because we were just talking about you going inner. All right, I'll show it to you. I'll read it to you. It says inner child. It says, the fairies of playfulness remind you to make time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps you young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. Nice little message to end your reading there, lovely Pisces souls. I hope there was something in it that resonates for you. Don't forget, please, to show your support of this channel by clicking the like button and subscribing if you haven't already. Both are free. Both take a second to hit. It doesn't really cost you anything, but it does help my channel to grow and get messages out to other people who need to hear them. And if you really want, you can click the notification bell. You know, that'll let you know, between the subscribe and notification bell, will let you know when I drop my next video. You are going to want to know when I drop my next video next month, because I will be making an announcement. I usually do something special at the end of the year, and I'm going to be doing something special again at the end of this year, and I'm very excited about it. It's my way of showing saying thank you to people who have supported me. So you're going to want to listen to that, and I will let you know more about that next month. Okay, so subscribe. You won't miss that announcement. I'll see you again very soon, my friends. Until then, know that I am, as always, wishing you divine light and love.